Coming to you live from the MediaPlex in downtown Windsor, this is a presentation of St. Clair College Journalism.
Good evening, I'm Ryan Percy, and you're watching MediaPlex News Now. I've always been a fan of virtual reality, and MediaPlex reporter Cassidy McNee has a story about where VR technology and medicine collide.
It's flu season and Brady's drugstore is helping people overcome their flu shot fears. The pharmacy in Essex is offering virtual reality flu shots to distract patients who have a fear of needles. A recent study says the people who used VR while receiving their vaccine reported less pain and less fear. It's quick to sign up and walk-ins are welcome. Samantha Newton, an employee at Brady's Pharmacy, helps patients get set up for their shot.
So this year, the flu shot is actually pretty easy to get. You come in, you fill out a form, you bring your health card, you sign off that you would approve us doing that for you, and then once you get that done, you would see our pharmacist who would give you the injection. So far this week, we've had over 100 people come in for the flu shot.
Patients have the option of watching golden retrievers, swimming dolphins, or exploring outer space while receiving their yearly flu shot. Kevin Proney said he started using VR flu shots in order to calm patients' nerves.
People are afraid of needles, or they don't like really the idea of getting stuck by a needle, particularly younger individuals. So what we've done is we've instituted kind of like a distraction method, virtual reality, where kids or even adults for that matter, I have had several adults ask for it, put it on, they can kind of get immersed in a world where it's like puppies or dolphins or space exploration, roller coaster, whatever they like, and what this does is distract them.
Keep the sickness at bay. Get your flu shot today. I'm Cassidy McNee reporting for MediaPlex News.
Now let's head outside where Kina Veerapandian is standing by with an early look at the weather. Kina?
Thanks, Ryan. Right now it's a rather windy 8 degrees Celsius. Tonight it will be cloudy with showers ending midnight and a high of 4. Thanks for joining, and I'll be back later in the show for giving us a 3-day forecast.
Thanks, Kina. The Windsor International Film Festival wrapped up on Sunday. Ticket sales totaled around 24,000, up from last year's record of 22,000, according to festival organizer Vincent Georgie. During the 7-day event, 143 films from 21 different countries were screened at the 3 downtown locations. Organizers are looking to expand from 7 to 10 days for the festival's 15th anniversary next year.
With 5 days until Remembrance Day,
It's been 100 years since the end of World War I, and that makes the poppy even more special. Lauren O'Brien tells us more.
With 5 days until Remembrance Day, don't forget to support your local veterans. The Royal Canadian Legion Poppy Fund has distributed boxes across Windsor and Essex County. For a small donation, you can purchase poppies at local businesses such as Steimer's Bakery, as well as Tim Hortons, Walmart, and Devonshire Mall. Legion volunteers run over 1,400 branches across Canada and abroad. For MediaPlex News, I'm Lauren O'Brien.
Get ready for another season of Bright Lights. As Caitlin Kenny reports, work is already underway to transform Jackson Park into a Christmas wonderland.
Construction has started at Jackson Park ahead of the annual Bright Lights Festival, which some say was one of the most beautiful and controversial events of last year. The park's entrance was fenced off today and will be closed periodically, while the city crews assembled a massive Christmas tree at the center of the park's sunken gardens. The park will remain open for the time being, but as the winter grows closer, it will eventually be taken over by the attraction. City of Windsor Events and Initiatives Coordinator Michelle Staggard says they are keeping some surprises for the grand opening of the lights.
We'll be giving people an opportunity to be able to get food and beverage on special programming days. So Fridays and Saturdays, they can expect some great activities, some entertainment that will be on site.
According to the city, last year's event attracted more than 60,000 visitors. This is Caitlin Kenny reporting for MediaPlex News.
The Art Lab hosted a special weekend workshop in partnership with Windsor fashion designer. Amos Johnson has the story.
Local fashion designer Andel Lopez organized a fashion workshop at the Art Lab this weekend for children ages 8 to 15 years old. The participants are given 2 hours to design their own fashion accessories out of crafts and show off their creativity. The challenge is then followed by a photo shoot to capture their work. Samantha Walker is the owner of the Art Lab and has collaborated with Lopez on other workshops before.
There really is something for everybody. It doesn't matter if you've never done art before, or if you want to start doing art again because you haven't done it in a while, or if you just want to have a fun night out with your friends, family. It's therapeutic. It's awesome.
Lopez has organized other workshops in the past, however this is her first time working with children. Past workshops have included hand sewing and knitting, with the main goal of bringing the community together.
I do this for free so that I can give back, to give back art, and this is fun to do. Activities like this are fun, free, don't have to think about it, and just have a good time and express yourself.
Future workshops for this month include an edible play and create for toddlers, tea tasting and blending, kids potion brewing, and freestyle painting. For MediaPlex News, I'm Amos Johnson.
The Windsor Fall Fashion Festival took over the Water's Edge Event Center on Friday. As Sumandeep Kaur reports, it was a showcase of local designs.
Fashion shows debut every season, particularly the spring, summer and fall-winter seasons. This is where the latest fashion trends are made. And Natalie Hartlib says this is a night of fashion showcasing men and women's fall clothing and accessories from local boutiques and designers.
It was created in order to showcase local boutiques and local designers and bring people out for a night of shopping local, supporting our local designers, and really checking out what the Windsor fashion scene has to offer.
Models walk the catwalk dressed in the clothing created by various designers. Organizer LAK says there were nearly 10 designers taking part.
Tonight it's our third event doing it. We did last fall, we did an event in the spring, and now this is our second fall event. We're really excited to have everybody here and showcase some local talent.
Out wearing a specific outfit which is usually planned based on the statement that the designer wants to make about their collection. For MediaPlex News, I'm Sumandeep Kaur.
November is Women Abuse Prevention Month. Hiatus House of Windsor put on their annual Shine the Light on Women's Abuse last night in honor of survivors of domestic violence. Juliana Bonnet was at the lighting ceremony to learn more.
Hiatus House honors a survivor of domestic violence during the month of November as a way to inspire other survivors and the community. Eva Kravatol, this year's honoree, said this award means a lot to her, but she wants people to know more.
To see it get bigger and more people involved and more places lighting up and the growth, and it's really about awareness and the community coming together and saying this is a safe community and we don't accept violence against women in our community.
Tom Rolfe, executive director at the Hiatus House, said Shine a Light is important for the community to be involved in.
We need your support. We've got some work to do. We need some more beds.
On November 15th, everyone is asked to wear purple to demonstrate support of this initiative. During the month of November, Hiatus House will be selling purple scarves, hats, and ties to increase awareness. Thanks for watching. I'm Juliana Bonnet, and this has been MediaPlex News Now.
This past Monday, Tech Week launched its second annual event highlighting Windsor's growing tech community. Yasmina El Asfar has the story.
TechLunch is a week-long event showcasing companies and bringing tech leaders' educational institutions to local community. It aims to help promote technology in the Windsor area. Yvonne Pilon spoke to Tech Week's significance.
Tech Week's mission is really to help educate the community about technology. It's also to help brag and help showcase the amazing tech companies and tech people that exist here and really put us at the forefront of technology when it comes to Canada. The goal is to do this every year, and I think every year is going to get bigger and better. Last year we had just under 10 events. This year we're over 15 events. So the more partners we bring on board, the more we build our tech community, the more we want to build up Tech Week next year.
Celebrate Windsor, Essex, and attract talented people to come here. Technologically inclined people to come and move with their families to Windsor and start their careers here.
The lunch ended with the presentation of various technology awards. This is Yasmina El Asfar from MediaPlex News.
Everyone has a dream of winning the lottery. I went out to find how you can get a chance while giving money to a good cause. As we're getting into colder weather, one thing is certain. It's Brentwood lottery time! October 25th was the official unveiling of the 27th Brentwood Lottery Major Prizes, a house located at 25 Mulberry Crescent in Kingsville, and 3 vehicles, a 2019 versions of the Jeep Wrangler, Ford Mustang, and Chevrolet Equinox are all available to be won. Cheryl Chaney is the board chair of the Brentwood Recovery Home. She says the money will go to a plethora of services offered.
We have a 90-day program at Brentwood for men and women. We have a young adults program. We have a youth program. We have a support program. We have couples meetings. We have outreach. We have all kinds of avenues where this helps the suffering families and the suffering alcoholics.
Those that attended were able to tour the house and enjoy food being catered by chef apprentices from Leamington District Secondary School. Leo Compton has used Brentwood services before and says any money that is spent on the lottery is going to a good cause.
So they've saved a lot of lives. I see generations going through the program, and I see that it works. I've only been there 2 weeks, and it's touched me in a way that I never thought a treatment center would.
For your chance at the house or any of the cars behind me or any of the $660,000 in prizes up for grabs, it's recommended that you get your tickets before the December 13th early bird draw. For MediaPlex News, I'm Ryan Percy. Are you a student looking for a summer job? Then check out this segment of 3 Minutes With.
Hi, and welcome to MediaPlex 3 Minutes With. Today I'm joined with Sergeant Jim Wright of the Windsor Tilson Armory. Sergeant, how are you?
Not too bad, yourself?
I'm pretty good, thank you. So let me just get right into it. What's your official role at the Armory, and what are the duties that come with that?
My official role is Reserve Unit Recruiter. It's my job to actually go out and meet high school students, college students such as yourself, to go through and try and get them to join the Canadian Armed Forces Primary Reserve. What we're doing is we're actually offering you a part-time job that you can work through while you're in school, one night a week and 1 weekend a month. And that's going to carry out through the summer. We're going to offer you a full-time job for the first 4 years of your career. During that time, we're going to ensure that you get all the necessary training you need to become an effective soldier of the Canadian Forces.
All right, and you mentioned, you're looking for students in high school and college and all that. Mm-hmm. What are some of the benefits of a student joining the Reserve Force?
Well, first and foremost, we're going to guarantee you a full-time summer job. That's something that every student needs throughout their scholastic career just to make ends meet, not to mention help with tuition. We have a tuition reimbursement program where we can guarantee you 50% of your tuition up to $2,000 per year for the first 4 years of your college or university. And that's usually a big help. I know myself when I was in high school and college, if I could get that kick, it would have been great.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a little bit of extra.
Makes mom and dad happy too.
Yeah, they love that. So, time constraints is something students deal with a lot. So if a student were to apply, how long should they expect this application process to take?
We try to get everything done within 6 weeks. Okay, from the time you apply online to the time you're actually enrolled and sworn into the Canadian Forces. There are hiccups along the way, whether it's the applicant's area where they're not bringing in the documentation we need, or if there's medical issues that the doctors have to actually get involved. Because we do have an aptitude test and a physical test you must do prior to getting enrolled.
All right, and sticking with the time constraints, say a student, exam season comes around and they're unable to make it in to, to duty or anything. How would they go about that?
Simply notify your chain of command. We're very flexible with that. Our program is geared towards students. So if you can't make it in for a parade night or make an exercise on the weekend, not a problem. We will actually accommodate you for that.
All right. And so I guess just a little personal tidbit. How long have you been at the Armory for?
I've been at the Armory since 1996. I actually joined the regular force back in '91, and I've been doing this ever since.
Has it been a fun experience for you?
I love it. I wouldn't be here right now talking to you about it if I didn't enjoy it.
What would you say to a new recruit or someone thinking about joining to, maybe bump them up, get their interest going?
You have a lot of, how can I put this? You have a lot of opportunities out there. Don't think that you're going to come in and it's just going to be just like you see on TV. It's nothing like that. We're a brotherhood. We're a big family. We're all there to support you, and if you have any issues or problems, we're there to help you through them. Okay, you can go all over the country or all over the world with us, and it's all volunteer-based with the reserves. We're not going to force you to go anywhere. It's all what you make of it.
Perfect. Thank you. This has been 3 Minutes with Jim Wright.
Some businesses on Olette have had to put up with the noise and confusion that is construction season in Windsor. Trisha Kundu went out to see how they're doing.
Construction on Ullett Avenue between Wyandotte Street and Elliott Street may be a part of the city's streetscape improvement but is affecting local businesses. The construction work, which is reducing Ullett Avenue from 4 to 2 lanes, is also affecting bus routes, which is frustrating local entrepreneurs for a less number of walk-in customers. Havana Smoke Shop owner Ibrahim El-Haj had his business for 15 years and is now concerned about how this construction is affecting his business.
I would say, people would get off the bus, they buy a drink, smoke, maybe some snacks. Now they have to walk all the way, so it's difficult for them to get here.
The construction is also affecting new businesses in the area, such as the Rabbit Hole Pawn Shop.
Number one, this is our first year open. So obviously more construction means lesser foot traffic, lesser people coming and going, lesser people coming downtown. There's a lot less traffic in general. So for us as just opening up, that's kind of hard. The first year obviously meant that there was a lot less people coming in for us that might have been different otherwise.
The construction project had an investment of $6.7 million and will be completed in 2 phases. I am Trisha Kundu, reporting for MediaPlex News Now.
Let's head back outside where Kina is standing by with Tyler Lamphier from Crime Stoppers.
Hi, I'm here with Tyler from Crime Stoppers, and it's Crime Prevention Month. So Tyler, can you tell more about that?
Yes, Crime Prevention Month. During the month, we like to talk about simple tips and tricks that anybody can do to help keep them safe, whether you're at home, at work, or out and about. Throughout the entire month, you can tune into Crime Stoppers, Windsor Police, the Sal Police, or even OPP, our social media feeds. All month long, we'll be featuring all sorts of little things that can help you out.
Okay, thank you. That's all the time we have with Tyler. Back to the studio with Ryan.
They are being celebrated and acknowledged. Trisha Kundu reports.
WFCU Credit Union announced their new community engagement program called Inspire on October 24th. The program will combine existing WFCU Credit Union community investment with events including the Union Scripps Regional Spelling Bee, a speaker series, Easter egg drop, community movie nights, and the Detroit Lions Financial Literacy Program.
And what you can see through the Inspire program and through the elements under the Inspire program, each element is geared towards building a stronger and better community through different activities that bring the community together. Through different activities that add, if you will, value to the youth of our community, whether through financial literacy or literacy in general or anti-bullying messages that we're going to bring, or through our through our speaker series or spelling bee competitions that we're going to run. So Inspire is intended to build upon the good work that the credit union already does in terms of giving back to our community, but also take it to the next level in terms of introducing a various amount of elements that will hopefully engage the various aspects of our community.
I'm Trisha Kundu, reporting for MediaPlex News Now.
Now let's go back outside where Kina is standing by with a look at our forecast. Kina, what's in store for us this week?
Thanks, Ryan. We need to report that the Essex Region Conservation Authority has issued a flood watch. With winds out of south, a possibility of flooding exists for the Lake Erie shorelines, including Pele Island. Now let's have a look at a 3-day forecast. Wednesday, it will be a rain and shower with a high of 5. Thursday, it will be a little drier with a mix of sun and cloud and a high of 5. And finally, Friday, we can expect rain and flurries with a high of 4. That's it from me from the corner of University and Victoria. Back to the studio with Ryan.
Thanks, Kina. Well, I know when I think about the colder months, I picture hot chocolate and warm pies. But are those that good for my teeth? Here's Abdul Rahim Al-Husami for a Dental Health Minute.
Did you know that 1 in 4 people in Windsor, Essex County do not have dental coverage? If you're one of those, I got something for you. Here are some tips on how to keep your teeth healthy. 1. Brush at least twice a day, once when you wake up in the morning and once before you go to bed. 2. Brush properly. And brushing should not take you more than 2 to 3 minutes. If you brush more than that, then you probably just love that process. 3. Protect your teeth from injury. If you play sports, make sure you do not knock out one of your teeth. Wear a mouth guard or a full face helmet when playing sports. 4. See your dentist for regular checkups. You should also visit your dentist if you have dental problems such as a toothache or bleeding gums. And finally, you might not like this, but try to limit your sugary food and soft drinks. Make your teeth strong again. This has been your Health Minute. I am Abdurrahim Al-Husami.
Winningness. Is that an actual word? I'm being told it is by my producer, and Michael DiPietro is the definition. Reporter Jordan Ferris has more on this celebrated OHL player.
If you go to a Windsor Spitfires game this season, you may have the chance to see a future legend in action. On November 1st, Michael DiPietro was honored for becoming the winningest goaltender in Spitfires history. DiPietro was tied with Andrew Egenlin at 78 wins, but surpassed him in a 6-1 win over Oshawa on October 28th. DiPietro is an Amherstburg native and has played for Windsor since he was drafted 23rd overall in 2015. Spitfires head coach is happy with the play DiPietro has been showing his entire career.
I don't make you play good. Yeah. So I don't have a lot to say. Like, he played well. Yeah. And give us a chance to lose.
And then DiPietro was given the game puck from the October 28th game as well as a plaque to showcase his achievement. Both were presented him before game by Spitfires general manager Warren Reichel. Staff aren't the only ones who understand the importance DiPietro has on the team, and his teammates say they hope to play better in front of him.
Yeah, of course, coming to the game on a high. We played well last game against Owen Sound, so we were hoping to get a couple goals, but it just didn't go our way today.
This accomplishment is one of many bright spots for DiPietro this season. He was also selected earlier to represent the OHL in the annual Canada-Russia CHL series. I'm Jordan Ferris with MediaPlex News.
After a disappointing exit in the playoffs last year, the new season for the Windsor Express is full steam ahead. Tate Harris reports.
It's the unofficial start to the season for the Windsor Express. The Express saw a disappointing season last year, ending the year with 7 straight losses and losing to the St. John's Edge in the playoffs. As they look to move on from last year's woes, they open up training camp on November 1st and use the first day to help the players get adjusted to the start of the new season. The first day may have been a day of fun, but it wasn't without its intensity. The first cuts have already been made. Josiah Moore and Richard McCallop have been released from the team, while Windsor native Miroslav Yazik expects to make the Express and feels great to be back in the city.
It's exciting. You know, I spent most of my college career in the States. I actually went high school in the States too for a grade 11 year ago. So to be back in Windsor for a full year and just work out every day and play here is a blessing.
The Express will have their final roster ready on November 13th, just in time for their first game of the season on November 17th at the WFCU. The Express will be playing the NBL's newest franchise, the Sudbury Five. I'm Tate Harris with MediaPlex News Now.
I do like sports, but I'm a bit more of a music and arts kind of guy. And what do you know? Music and arts are in the spotlight and the subject of this week's 3 Minutes With.
Hi, I'm Travis Connett, and this is 3 Minutes with Jacob McLean. McLean is the singer and vocalist for Windsor band Melodraw. How are you, Jacob?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So what initially got you interested in music?
Well, my cousin was always interested in guitar and different types of punk music initially. And then also watching the Jack Black School of Rock movie kind of got me interested in the whole aspect of being in a band. So nothing too flamboyant about it. I just kind of fell into a musical atmosphere, I guess, in some way.
How old were you when you picked up your first guitar and realized that's what you wanted to play, instrument-wise?
Probably around 9 or 10, and then I started playing bass initially at 11. I got my first, like, my own guitar around that age, so pretty young.
So I read that you did your own solo thing, and that's how Melodraw got started, and then you released an album called Eternal Mirror in the fall of 2017. When did, what was the recording process like during that album?
So I demoed all of the songs, probably around 15, just kind of in my hotel, or not hotel, but my apartment. I was living in Ottawa at the time, doing an internship. And I spent 4 or 5 months just kind of writing songs because I had nothing else to do. I didn't know anyone there. So it was very boring. So I kind of filled my time with that. And then I booked some studio time at a recording studio up in Ottawa. And I think we booked a week. So within a week we did 11 songs. And I did every instrument, every vocal part, and wrote everything essentially, and just had someone kind of fill in and do the drums for me.
When did you start getting other people interested in joining? Because as of now, you said you had 3 members, and then yourself included?
Yes, I believe that was around April 2016 when I recorded it in Ottawa. So then I came back in May, and then I'd say around June 2016, a couple months after I recorded it, when I moved back home, that was kind of the plan, to find some people. So you throw up the ad on Kijiji, you start messaging all your friends, kind of looking for people. So it was pretty soon after. I just wanted to have songs, so when I did message people, I could actually be like, hey, learn this, instead of just kind of having nothing to send anyone.
So you guys are releasing a new album, EP on November 9th, and you're planning on doing a show with Bobby Sprout as backing up, like as a backup guitarist. What are you expecting with that show? Like, what are you hoping to get out of it?
Just hoping to present our new material in a kind of the best manner possible, staying true to the vibe of the EP, and also adding in some old songs to kind of show the evolution of the band, where we've been and where we're at now, just in the best way possible, just rehearsing more than we've ever before, just improving and just getting better and putting on a better show every time we play.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Travis Conant, and we've just spent 3 minutes with Jacob McLean.
Well, have you ever wondered how we throw together a news show like this? Well, you're in luck. On November 17th, we're opening our doors and even buying the coffee. Come on down to the MediaPlex and join us to see what it's all about.
On November 17th, St. Clair College will be hosting an open house for all interested in becoming future students. Running from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., all campuses will be open. Come down to St. Clair College to meet faculty and students. As well, have a chance to ask all your financial questions. We hope to see you here.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ryan Percy, and you've been watching MediaPlex News Now.
MediaPlex News Now is a production of the St. Clair College Journalism Program.
I think it's so important to be taught by industry professionals because they know what they're doing. And they're not just teaching because they read it in a book somewhere. They're teaching because they've lived it. I choose to take control of my future, and my path is St. Clair College. I choose to be here.
I learn by doing. I learn by reacting to a situation. St. Clair puts me directly into my industry. I'm dealing with real patients, real life situations. It's not just theory, it's not book work anymore.
I choose to take control of my future, and my path is St. Clair College. I choose to be here.